There are some companies that hit a gong in the middle of the office.
Anytime we make a sale, a gong goes off and we all cheer and it's...
Can you imagine that? Can't you focus? No. We're celebrating! Woo!
This is different. This isn't the same as other places. And it's not just the free food that's everywhere, or the pizza that comes every Wednesday, or the celebrations that are the envy of the industry. Yes, we like being unlike any other agency in the world.
Every single startup or tech company is like, we're different, we're unique, and we're proud. And it's like, you're all the same. You just looked at what Google did and you tried to copy it. You got the Google Office, you got the Google culture, but you don't got that Google Pay. That's a big difference. You can't just buy people off with stupid perks. And what I don't get is how brainwashed these people are that they buy into it. They accept it and they're like, oh no, this is great. This totally makes up for the fact that I'm doing a job that's not personally fulfilling and doesn't pay me enough. But hey, we can play foosball, right? We're doing something different. We're changing the world.
Really cool things that are going to change.
Changing the face of the future of
change and innovation.
Innovation happening.
Innovation lab. Innovation.
Most innovative.
They just barf up whatever they heard at some conference that they probably watched online. Or the new buzzword these days is disrupt.
Being disruptive.
Being disruptive. Very, very disruptive.
I think what's so disruptive?
It was all about disruption.
The most effective way to disrupt something.
And this really hasn't been done before.
And this really hasn't been done before. Buzzwords and jargon. Another big thing that I absolutely hate about corporate are open offices and how everyone is playing them up to be like there's some unique life-changing situation for team collaboration.
The desk seating situation is actually really unique. We work in an open pit, which allows for a lot of collaboration.
Oh yeah? Okay, so there's nothing unique about an open office. I mean, I hate cubicles, but I would take a cubicle over an open office. In an open office, you got people throwing things across the room, you got people shooting Nerf guns across the office, people microwaving things, the smells from the 3-day-old fish wafts into the room. It has nothing to do with collaboration. All of this is just a guise so that your bosses can see what you're doing.
Open concept design.
Open floor plans.
The open floor.
Open floor plans are amazing. And
how do we get everybody together, one big room?
I really like the idea of an open concept office because it makes things like agile for our developers a lot easier.
Bitch, what are you talking about? It makes things like agile for our developers easy. No, it doesn't. Developers need peace and quiet. This lady has no idea what she's talking about because she's just a customer service person. Easier for agile. Let me pull out my buzzword list. Yeah, I think, okay, that's good for developers. Don't like being interrupted.
They're not confined to a cubicle, so their space is open. They can collaborate.
They're not confined to a cubicle. She says it like it's a terrible thing, when in reality, developers and people that do a bunch of intensive work in their mind need their own space. You have these people making decisions for other people that aren't doing that work and just assume it's good for everyone.
Open, collaborative environment.
an open office.
Open, collaborative.
Open, collaborative.
Collaborate.
Collaboration.
Very collaborative.
Collaboration.
Helps us be our highly collaborative self.
Foster collaboration.
Where we promote collaboration.
Collaboration.
Dude, I think they collaborate, guys.
Collaborate.
There are some companies that hit a gong in the middle of the office whenever someone makes a sale or something. And so when you put people that need quiet and focused time with that, you're not going to get anything done.
Anytime we make a sale, a gong goes off and we all cheer and it's...
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being this close to solving a problem and you're just sorting the final details out of whatever it is, and then this bitch hits the gong, boom, and then you're like, oh wait, what was going on? And the people are cheering and clapping, and you're like, oh, all right, yeah, that's right, we were cheering and clapping, great work. And then you lost your train of thought, and now you're back at square one.
So anytime we get a really big clip in here at Jukin, the whole team starts ringing these bells. It gets really loud in the office. It's super exciting. I gotta go. We just got a huge clip in. I gotta go do work.
Can't you focus? No. We're celebrating. Woo! Now here are some executives of companies talking about why the open office is really beneficial for you as the employee.
To me, there's no substitute for being able to walk over to somebody's desk and pull up a chair and just have a chat. I think you can sit there and point at the screen and you can work with one another.
He says there's no substitute for pulling up a chair next to someone. There absolutely is. It's Slack, sharing your screen.
And what would have been a 20-minute Slack conversation or a 40-minute email conversation is done in 2 minutes.
You guys ever seen that meme where it's like, this meeting should have been an email? Your 20-minute conversation could have been a 1-minute Slack message. So again, this is just an executive making up some bullshit about how it's great for you, when in reality, he just wants to be able to pull up a chair next to you and see what you're doing. Here's a CEO making up some BS reasons.
My name is Jonathan Skogmo, and I am the founder and CEO of Jukin Media. My favorite part of the office at Jukin is the bullpen setup. This is the bullpen for these folks right here.
How could you get excited about, I'm working in a bullpen? You fucking cattle. He's referring to you as cattle. Here's another CEO talking about why he loves his open office.
I'm Sean Kelly, the CEO of Snack Nation. Favorite part of the office for me is just the open floor. For me, that's great because I can always sense what the vibe, what the energy.
He almost slips up and says it right there. He says, for me, that's great because I can sense what he was gonna say. For me, that's great because I can see what everyone is doing, but I can sense the vibe. Here's another CEO talking about how lighting is really important to the office.
Lighting is definitely a big part of it. It has to feel warm and inviting, but not cold and clinical.
This is their office. All right, let's move on to games at work. Here's the paradox. If you play the games at work, you're gonna be looked at as a slacker for the other people who are sitting at their desk eating and still working. But if you don't play the games at work, you're gonna be seen as antisocial and not a team player. So there's really no winning with these games. These games are purely for just LinkedIn advertisements to make their office look fun. And for some reason, they just have an absolute obsession with ping pong.
Ping pong is one of the funnest parts of my day.
Ping pong.
Ping pong.
Ping pong table.
Ping pong.
Ping pong.
Ping pong.
The people in the open office are gonna hear the ball going back and forth to ting, to ting, to ting. They also really love video games at work. Video games at work that you're probably not really allowed to play unless it's after work. At the startup job that I was at, we all had video game consoles that people could use. And you know what? They were completely covered in dust. Dude, it was like in a movie when you open the treasure chest and the dust just comes like flying out. That's what happened when you turn on the video game console.
Our arcade game.
Galaga, Frogger, Tetris, Minecraft.
Here we also have our VR room.
Xbox in here.
Foosball, pool table, a game room.
Foosball.
Pool.
Game room.
Pool table.
Air hockey table.
Pool tables in the back.
I'm a gamer.
Now, I know there's going to be some people in the comments that are like, well, it's introverts versus extroverts, Josh. Some of us like our job and like hanging out with our coworkers. That's great. More power to you. But what the companies are trying to do is they're trying to buy you off with these perks. They are going to push you further and further into blurring those lines of work and life until it becomes seamless. And the next thing you know, you're just sleeping at work. All right, next, let's talk about the kitchen perks and the snack. This is from Gary Vaynerchuk's office.
We have a different vendor, comes in every day. People don't even have to leave. I literally never leave the office to go get food. I just buy what's here.
Why would you be proud of that? I literally never leave the office. Like, it's great, dude. I'm really pleasing my corporate overlord. But this is an example of someone who has bought in so hard they don't see what is wrong with this. I literally never leave the office. People use lunch as a reason to leave the office.
I think I like the kitchen. That's where all the food is.
AKA the snack castle.
We have snacks and fresh fruit most days.
Snacks for everyone. Not the healthiest snacks, but we give the people what they want.
Peanut butter, jelly, and Nutella days.
We have snacks and drinks available to us.
Grab a snack and get out of here.
The next one that all these fun companies brag about is having alcohol at work or beer on tap.
We also have a full bar.
Bar area as well.
We serve beer on tap.
Beer on tap.
Beer on tap.
3 taps, which is nice for the happy hours.
We have happy hours.
Happy hour downstairs.
I took the audio off, but you can see they're highlighting the free beer there. Getting intoxicated at work with your coworkers is probably not a good idea. HR people should recognize this, but for some reason, they let this one slide. I mean, you look at someone the wrong way, that's harassment, but let's get drunk with our coworkers. Another thing is, they have happy hour, right? And that starts after work. You wanna stay after work on a Friday and have some beer with your coworkers? No, I don't. I wanna go home. Here's another thing that people don't think about. If you drink at work, you can't drive home. So you're probably just gonna stay at the office and do some more work. And then they all brag about their generic coffee stations.
We also have coffee.
We've got coffee.
The coffee situation is
Premium coffee.
Coffee bar over here. Keurig, espresso, just regular brewed coffee. French press down there.
Wow, great, you have coffee. So does the rest of the world.
Sense of family.
It actually feels more like being with your family.
That's an IP address that always refers to your own computer. So it's kind of like making a little joke about home.
Your work is not your family. Your coworkers are not your brothers and sisters. Your boss is not your dad. Work is not family. Work is like a sports team. You know, everyone's got to work together. If you don't pull your weight, well, then, you know, goodbye. It's not your family because companies throw employees out all the time. Would your family do that? No. They're putting these little tidbits inside these advertisements. Your work is like family. No, they're not. You know, almost at every single job I left, they called us family or whatever their version of their name was, company nights. And those people never talked to me again. You know, we'll keep in touch. You did good. You know, we'll still be friends. And none of them ever spoke to me again. It's all fake. It's all superfluous for advertising and making it look like a great community. A reference to work being home.
That's an IP address that always refers to your own computer. So it's kind of like making a little joke about home.
Work is not home. Home is home and work is work. And again, people are like, what about remote work? You guys get what I'm saying, right? At least you're at home doing work. But a workplace, a work office is not your home. There's no substitute for that, okay? So stop trying to blur the lines. And like, think about it. This CEO spent money to have this put on the wall. Work is home. All these corporations love to brag about their very generic views at their office. The view out of my toilet is better than being at an office. Let's just be honest.
The view is amazing. So yeah, this is a really cool spot with an amazing view and a decent view of...
Because I love the views, looking at the mountains every day.
I get excited to come to work every day. No one gets skyline views like this. I don't mind working late. It's okay.
It's not okay. It's not. I don't mind working late because of the views. This guy's an idiot, 400%. If views are the only thing that you gotta give people to make them work late, well, there you go. I mentioned earlier in the video, these offices have a Nerf gun obsession.
A lot of people love spending time in this room.
I like playing airsoft and paintball and whatever. I like doing these things, just not at the office while I'm trying to focus. And you got these people doing this while these other people are trying to work on. It's so obnoxious. It's a fucking McDonald's play place. It's a kindergarten for adults. Actually, no, that's too much. It's adult daycare at this point. And all these people, my age, have bought into it, yet you'll see them write on Reddit about how they have to work 80 hours a week and they hate their job. And like, you don't say, because they keep blurring the lines of life and work. The next thing that these companies love to do is show off their generic office rooms like they are God's gift to humanity and they are so unique and they are changing the way people work.
It's been interesting. The images keep changing. Like, so literally if someone emailed tomorrow, like, I have a way cooler picture of an elephant that I want to put on the iPad for when we check in, we're completely open to it. It allows people to truly like have the ability to express themselves.
Why is that something to even mention? Like, do people my age, are we really bought that easily? Like, are we really this stupid? It's an iPad with a picture on it, who cares? It's just a meeting room.
This is our biggest one called Fleet Control. Favorite meeting room because it has the coolest view called Observation Deck.
Oh wow, this is called the captain's whatever. This is the observation deck. Like, naming a meeting room a cool name doesn't make it a cool meeting room.
That's Irma Gerd.
Next up is Captain's Ready Room.
This room, it's called Elephant. This is Decision. Bill Murray room. Not sure, but someone's definitely a big Bill Murray fan.
This is our jungle. We call it the Grove.
So they kind of set up these little sleeping pods and it's like a quiet, you know, no phone calls obviously area.
There's sleeping pods at work. And if you sleep 3 hours at work, you don't get to go home at the same time. You got to make those 3 hours of work up. So you end up staying late till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. Sleeping pods at work sound cool. It's really just the psychological tactic to get you to continue to blur the lines of work and life.
My favorite part of the office are the focus rooms.
Shouldn't every room in the office be a focus room?
Other pretty cool amenities here is like this phone booth. If we have private calls or whatever, lights are all automatic, and when you come in here, there's noise canceling, so you can't hear anything outside. Real quiet place, nobody can hear you if it's a private conversation or whatever it may be.
Yeah, but they can see you, and there's all kinds of HR things with this. What if 2 people are in one of these things? If this was a little bigger and someone was harassing you, and you're talking to your boss and the harasser walks by, well, they can look right in this private pod and they can probably put together what you're doing, what you're talking about. You got to understand these things, this little pod right here, this pod's like $10,000, $20,000. You know, they could have done so many other things with that money than investing in a phone booth. All right, so here are some clips of what office simping looks like in real time.
How are the calls going today, by the way, guys?
Well, the morning was nice.
Yeah.
The afternoon was a lot of voicemails, but you know, work until we die.
Did you fucking see that? Work until we die. And then he throws his eyebrows up like, gotta impress the CEO. Work until we die. Look at this.
You know, work until we die.
Let's not die.
Brown noses. That's this. Here are some employees talking about how their CEO is different and unique.
Sean is an incredible person. He's completely authentic and passionate and very driven. I think one of the things that really sets him apart is that he expects better of us every day and really pushes us to that next level.
So this is a different company.
Kevin is driven, strategic, and compassionate. He's not afraid to push us and his vision for the company. He's really considerate of us and wanting to make this a great environment for us.
Another thing that gets me is when people get to decide what fun means for everyone. And if you don't like it, you're not a team player. That's one of the biggest things in corporate that I think we can all agree on.
We've done some fun stuff like make Pokemon cards for each other. That was really cool. We like drew pictures and gave each other special abilities.
What was my special power? Like granola crumbs or something?
Yeah. Yeah, we made Pokemon cards and it was so fun. And like, you know, when I was eating my Nature Valley bar one day and it was just crumbs everywhere, she was like, oh, why is your desk so messy? That's your superpower. Like, that's you.
And then one time Cassie taught us the Thriller dance. Just like something fun to break up the normal routine of the day.
More ping pong.
And just have fun as a team.
So that's a ton of fun.
That's not fun. When someone says, all right, get up, we're gonna learn how to do the Thriller dance. It's not fun. It's not fun for everyone. This is wasting everyone's time. And when you're doing all of these activities, your deadlines don't change, but you're losing time on making those deadlines. I have one clip here, it's kind of random, but I just overheard it.
Joey, the president of the culture committee.
Joey, the president of the culture committee. It reminds me of Gary Vaynerchuk's office where they have a chief heart officer, which is literally just HR. What is president of the culture committee? What do you even do all day? Do you just look at Pinterest and come up with fun little knickknacks that kindergartners do?
Yoga sign-in, had yoga class in here.
Yoga, CrossFit.
You know, we do everything from yoga to meditation groups.
We have meditation rooms.
Meditation.
I love this office all in. One, the meditation room.
Discount Bradley Cooper here is going to tell us how much he loves this.
Also, we have this amazing walking path around the office, and I use it a lot.
Okay, so I think a lot of people go to the gym before work or after work because they want to de-stress from work. I don't want to go work out and then go back to dealing with the same BS. Here's grown adult children.
Slide. And it still feels intimate, but you know, you can see out there the big work floor. The only thing we knew when we walked in was there would be slides down the middle.
I don't understand what the obsession is with slides. It just makes it look like a McDonald's play place. Yeah, like it would be fun to go down one time and then you just have slides taking up all the space in the office. And look, we're standing up here and we can see what everyone is working on, what everyone is doing, no privacy at all. How much did these cost? What could you have done with this money to better serve or better reinvest in your employees? Probably many, many things, but it's all about slides because we're all kindergartners.
We wanted to put in a dramatic stairwell. We call this our stairwell with drama because it has this beautiful blue wall with our flock of hawks and our emblem.
Dude, it's just stairs. There's nothing special about these stairs because you have a blue wall and some seagulls that look like sailboats.
The quote wall. We got some great quotes around entertainment, technology, passion, perseverance.
Wow, the quote wall, slides, stairs. Like, come on. On the last video, there were some comments that said, these offices are dope, I would work there, but you're not gonna get any work done there. You would just be there. People are brainwashed, okay? They're doing these things to keep you at work longer, even if you enjoy it. I hope that you enjoy giving your life to a company that would forget you even existed if you quit. That's all I'm saying. If you like this channel, and if you like me calling out corporate nonsense, click a thumbs up, or at least, at least a new cut. I mean, I did get gotta keep it fresh. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.